Greetings. If I could grab everybody's attention. My name is Steve Staniford, and I have the honor of serving as the 12th president of Bradley University, and I also have the honor of welcoming you to today's celebration. Also welcome to Westlake Hall. It's really fitting that we have this event today here in Westlake Hall because this hall is such a key part of our history. It's actually the second building on campus, and that's one of the things that makes it such an important part. It was initially the Horology Hall. And there's a watch from Peoria Watch Company right over there for those of you that are wondering what that is. And it's obviously an important part of our history. It's also an important part of our future because this is also the home of our College of Education and Health Sciences, one of the fastest colleges on campus and one that continues to grow and one we're celebrating a little bit today. I want to acknowledge there's a couple special guests that are with us here today. We've got a couple of our council members here. Chuck Graham, Zach Euler are both here. I want to say thank you to both of you for what you do to continue to support us. You'll hear from one of our trustees and a couple other individuals here in just a bit. I also want to give a shout out. I don't know that he's arrived yet, but I know he's on his way. The former chair of our Board of Trustees, Judge Jim Shadid, and I wanted to give a shout out to Jim for being here today as well. Today, we are here to announce the recent passage of the FY22 Appropriations Bill, which includes a significant support for the proposed nursing simulation lab here at Bradley. By the way, also give a shout out to our nursing faculty who are here with us and a bunch of our nursing students who are able to join us as well. Nursing is one of our largest programs and is a critical part of the College of Education and Health Sciences. I want to send a special thank you and a sincere appreciation to our special guest, Senator Dick Durbin, for your support. This program makes such a huge difference in who we are, the impact, not just on our students, but on the surrounding community. And we can't thank you enough for all you have done and continue to do to support not just Bradley University, but the Peoria community in general. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce our great friend to Bradley University and someone who really needs no introduction because I'm sure he's a great friend to many of you, Senator Dick Durbin.
Thank you, President Standiford. It's great to be back at Bradley, particularly in light of the festive announcement, positive announcement for the future of the university. And I'm honored to be here. Brad McMillan was reminding me that back in the day when there were earmarks and a congressman named Ray LaHood, that I teamed up with him on a STEM center learning classrooms upstairs in the same building. It's one of the last earmarks that we brought to Illinois, and we did it on a bipartisan basis. What I'm discussing today are federal funds that are coming back to Illinois that Senator Tammy Duckworth and I worked on, which I think is an investment that will pay off handsomely over the years. We have been challenged by the COVID-19 pandemic, as the world has, and we certainly can say at this moment, fingers crossed, that it didn't break us, but it taught us where our system is broken many times over when it comes to public health and dealing with the challenges of medicine in the 21st century. That's why I'm pleased to be here today to announce a targeted federal funding to support Bradley University's nurse training and workforce development demonstration project. It's an $850,000 federal investment to support the university in helping to train and build our nation's nursing workforce. Funding will be used to provide state-of-the-art training and education to nursing students at the university, including allowing students access to high-tech mannequins and equipment in a real-life simulated patient environment led by nursing educators. I'm particularly excited by the fact that Bradley University will further use this funding, and this, I think, is so essential, the President and I discussed it earlier, to partner with local high schools at Manual High School and Peoria Central High School to attract our younger students to the nursing profession. I've seen this work in other communities. I know it's going to work here. When these high school students are finally introduced to the opportunities that present themselves, when they shadow nurses or others in the education field and see what it would mean to be part of their lives and envision themselves in that role, it really can create a positive outcome. It'll build a local pipeline of healthcare workers to help promote diversity that improves patient care and strengthens our local economy. Even before the strain of the pandemic on our healthcare workforce, we faced a nursing crisis. Illinois was not spared. Statewide, more than 50% of our nurses are over the age of 55, and nearly 30% plan to retire within the next 5 years. Ask the local hospital administrators the challenges of nursing, and they'll tell you when there are shortages, they desperately look for contract nurses, those men and women who are available with nursing degrees, who substitute when needed in dire situations and cost a fortune. Hospitals across the country have struggled with hiring and retaining nurses. Many of them, nurses, are burned out from working long hours, struggling with short staffs, and simply exhausted from COVID. These nursing shortages concern everyone. Study after study shows that patients are the ones who suffer the most when nurses are either overworked or unavailable. An inadequate nursing workforce has been linked to higher hospital readmission, increased likelihood of infection in hospitals, and unnecessary death. That's why President Biden's American Rescue Plan also provided $1 billion for scholarship and loan repayment to build the pipeline of nurses, doctors, and other health professionals, and to help urban and rural communities with too few providers. All of this is to say we need more nurses, and today's $850,000 federal funding is going to help Bradley University deliver for the Peoria area. In total, Senator Duckworth and I successfully secured more than $200 million for our state. Federal money that we send in our tax payments, yesterday was the day, that we want to bring back to people in Illinois. So the federal funds come home to help us, and we're making sure that that's included. So I want to conclude by saying it's an honor to be at Bradley, but particularly an honor to be here at this moment in history as we talk about the COVID-19 pandemic behind us, and I hope soon. The lessons learned are that we better be prepared. Someday, God forbid, there will be another pandemic. There will be another healthcare challenge. We need to make sure that we have the women and men in the profession to respond to that so that America continues to lead the world when it comes to that area. I now want to turn it over, make sure I get properly titled, Dr. Jessica Clark. She is the Dean of the College of Education and Health Sciences at Bradley University. Dr. Clark.
Good morning, and thank you, President Standiford and Senator Durbin, for your remarks. As the Dean of the College of Education and Health Sciences, thank you for being here today and helping us celebrate this amazing opportunity. I am extremely fortunate to lead the College of Education and Health Sciences, whose mission is grounded in service to others and enhancing the community we live in each and every day. The college, if you don't know, is comprised of 5 glorious departments: the Department of Nursing, the Department of Education, Counseling, and Leadership, the Department of Physical Therapy and Health Sciences, our Department of Family and Consumer Sciences, and our newly added Department of Occupational Therapy. We have around 1,900 students. We offer diverse programming, including undergraduate and graduate programs, both in residential and online modalities, as well as bachelor's to master's, in addition to the university's 3 doctoral degrees in physical therapy, education, and nursing. Faculty and staff within the college are incredibly excited about this support. The federal funds allocated to this project will be used to support the operation, purchase, and related infrastructure to expanding the Department of Nursing's current simulation space. This project is going to focus on the addition of adding an acute care, high-fidelity, multi-mannequin simulation center. Again, being able to train and educate nursing students here at Bradley and beyond. As the largest major on Bradley's campus, the nursing program has gained a strong state and national reputation, developing workforce-ready graduates who consistently score above state and national averages for first-time pass rates. The NCLEX RN average, I'm happy to say, for the last 5 years has been around 95% or higher. That's amazing considering our local and current needs with COVID. Rapidly changing advancement in healthcare technology have resulted in the need for more sophisticated and complex diagnosis and treatment by nurses. Today's nurses must be trained to react to increasing high-pressure clinical situations in real time and utilizing the best technology available. This simulation expansion will allow students to access the use of high-fidelity mannequins to provide medically immersive, real-life simulated medical scenarios in a controlled environment. They're going to use anatomically correct and high-tech mannequins and equipment in real-life patient scenarios led by our really expert and wonderful nursing faculty. We are incredibly fortunate to have access and strong partnerships with top-tier medical centers right in our backyard, such as OF and Unity Point Health, where our students obtain hands-on training with second-to-none healthcare within the greater Central Illinois area. The use of this simulation in conjunction with that hands-on training and experience will lead to greater nursing students bridging the gap between skills and the content they learn within the classroom and on-site clinical rotations completed with the community setting. Simulation allows our students the ability to decrease their anxiety and fears associated with new skills and knowledge as they can build confidence in high-pressure scenarios. This simulation experience will engage students to improve the complexity of their nursing skills and is often associated with decreasing, like Senator Durbin said, patient adverse reactions such as medication errors, both in school and while they practice in the field. As you also heard Senator Durbin refer, we're facing shortages within Illinois and nationwide within nursing. And so really, we know the stress on healthcare providers related to COVID-19 has also deterred individuals from pursuing careers in healthcare, causing that further shortage in the nursing profession. And here at Bradley, we want to be a part of the ongoing solution to these current and future challenges. Bradley is committed to early learning workforce development. It is imperative that we spark interest and inquiry regarding healthcare career options as early as possible. As a nurse myself, I often reflect back to my first experiences to nursing and my exposure to healthcare. I was a middle school student and I took my first aid class. And in high school, I learned CPR. And that led to me in my junior year of high school doing an internship in a clinical suite in a surgery outpatient center. It was that exposure to those healthcare providers, being able to talk with nurses, that for the first time I stopped and said, hey, I could be a nurse. This is something that I could do. And as a first-generation college student, it made the possibility of becoming a nurse possible. Collaborating with Peoria Public Schools, we also anticipate inviting 50 to 75 students on an annual basis from both middle school and high schools to participate in what we're going to call a targeted early learning program that will bring students into the nursing simulation environment for experiential learning exposure with the goal of attracting them to pursue careers in nursing. We want to support recruitment in our local communities. We want to increase capacity for Peoria area high school students to be admitted into the Bradley nursing program. We want to help them navigate higher education and engage them early as possible into their professional career paths. We want them to choose Bradley as their school of choice. We want them to stay here in Peoria, and we want them to work in our robust regional medical community. Ultimately, we know this will lead to a stronger and larger nursing workforce. On behalf of the Department of Nursing and the College of Education and Health Sciences, thank you again to Senator Durbin for your ongoing support of this project. The future is incredibly bright, and Bradley University looks forward to continuing to be a premier institution in preparing the best and brightest workforce in both education and health professions. Thank you. It is also my honor to introduce my partner in crime, Dr. Sharon Karat, Superintendent of Peoria Public Schools.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. Let's give her a round of applause for really coming up with this idea. It's her vision to expand the simulation lab, and it's so nice to see the nursing students here at Bradley. I'm one of those kids that came to Bradley University from the Virgin Islands a long time ago and ended up staying in Peoria. So it's so good to see you. I've been around this campus. I got my undergraduate here and my master's here, and I had great faculty, and Bradley is very, very special to me, and so thank you so much, Senator Durbin, for continuing to invest not only in Bradley University, but you're a huge champion for the state of Illinois and all of Illinois. And I have been following you, and you and I talked earlier on, and just really impressed with your passion and your love for Peoria and the youth, and just good things and good people. So thank you so much. This investment you heard about improving the nursing program, but also there's that pipeline as well. And Dr. Clark talked about working with Peoria Public Schools to bring the kids on board. And I'm really excited because it's not just for high school, but I would like to see our middle school students also, have that exposure and they're able to get into the labs and get those juices flowing. And I would say, let's go for about 500 to 1,000 kids instead of 75 kids. We can do it. We have the kids. So just quickly, the simulation lab will allow us to attract even more students to the medical field and will certainly enhance our current. We have a CNA program at Woodruff. It's a Certified Nursing Assistant program, which is sort of a bridge, a pipeline. We offer also health occupation programs at Richwoods and at Woodruff. And so our Woodruff site provides students with paid internship after passing their licensure for exams. So the simulation lab provides opportunities for students to get another type of experience to learn and develop competencies in the nursing field. So we're excited about this opportunity and we look forward to the partnership. And as I said, let's open it up to our middle school students as well. And again, thank you so much, Senator Durbin, for providing that support, and Senator Duckworth as well. Almost $1 million investment. It's going to reap great rewards. And like me, I'm hoping we can, Dr. Staniford, we can get kids from PPS to attend Bradley University, stay here in Peoria like I did. I stayed. And do great things for our community. So thank you again.
That concludes our formal presentation. I want to thank you all for being here. Obviously, thank you to Dean Clark and Superintendent Karat for coming up with this amazing idea. And most importantly, again, thank you, Senator Durbin, for your tremendous support. Thank you, everyone.